Houston, Texas, today at NRG Stadium, as we're going to find out who will go home as champions of the Kinder's Texas Bowl. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The LSU Tigers offense will have the ball first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Rushes on him. It's a fumble. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man. You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Unloads to the wideout. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. That incompletion is an engraved invitation to the punt team. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. So California's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock and they're hard workers.
Makes the grab on the left. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Caught over the middle. It's Lawson. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Golden Bears have this offense rolling. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Golden Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Golden Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to pass, it's Mack. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give to the back. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them the 1st down. And the Golden Bears in the hurry up. They'll ride the hot hand. And the offense went right back to their man, and this time the defense was ready to stop him.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire caused a wreck that had to be a blown aside. The RPO, it's complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Golden Bears! They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Trying play action. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
He'll take the deep shot. He's got it. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Offense set on 1st down. The inside handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where are you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Lost the fire on 2nd down. Gets it to him on the screen. Past the 40. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Looking for a productive play on 1st down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Fires to the big fella. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Marking at the 17, and they are set up. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them coming.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell-block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Well, the offense didn't have the result they wanted on that first drive, having the punt. They're having a lot more success here on the second drive. They're having some balance, and they're getting a rhythm. I think a big part of that is their ability to run the football. Very, very important to them, and doing a nice job on that last play, picking up the 1st down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they're trying to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, trying to get my...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. So now on comes the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Offense gets set for second down. From the gun, running back on the move. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now facing a third and long. Quarterback making checks. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Looking to throw, it's Mack. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The Golden Bears will punt this one away. It doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Playing the field position game as he makes the fair catch right at the 50. They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Green. Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42. And the Tigers come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
He'll keep it himself. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for it all. Touchdown LSU! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They've got it at the 36. It's a first and 10. Back to throw, it's Mack. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Golden Bears with a second and short to keep this drive moving. This time they'll go to the running game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. Grabbed over the middle, it's McClain. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. The Golden Bears look to keep this drive humming. wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's McClain. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. New set of downs after the completion. They'll leave it with him. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
So now it's 2nd and long. The give to the lone running back. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. And the Golden Bears pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Back's got it. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Now it's 2nd and goal. Finds his big tight end. Into the house. Touchdown, Cal! They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Green. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. The short hands. It's Russell. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense is taking everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw underneath.
The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll keep it on the ground. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Green. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Hill. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays on the middle.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. The snap sets up the throw. He's going for the goal line. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Touchdown LSU! Fitted in the window for the score.
And that is a perfect job by the offense executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Power football with the run. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. And they're the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit of rust in the first half. That's what you're talking about at halftime. Now, we get the ball, we're down. Let's go make a statement to start this second half. We're here, we're ready, we're going to do some damage.
And here's the thing, they're in this bowl game because they're explosive on offense. It takes only one play. There's still lots of football left to be played. If they get this confidence going, they get into a rhythm, watch out.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The Golden Bears trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking for a man. It's Mack. Just a short pass to the tight end. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Motion from the back. Looking downfield on first down. Wide open downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
From the gun. Give on the inside. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Going to take a shot on second and short. The throw to the outside is complete. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. And the Golden Bears started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears! They take the lead with the 6. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, look what's happening now. Old Uncle Mo has hit the transfer portal and is changing sidelines. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. They're dealing with a second and long. senior defender. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Bring in the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Quick completion on the out. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Converts on 4th down, still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
Here's the handoff. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cal! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Got enough for the first. Oh, look out on the right. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Off play action. Gets it out fast. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way. Go.
Offside, defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
That defensive penalty was just what the doctor ordered for this offense. It's now 2nd and 3. Leaves it with the running back. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down to the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play.
Looking for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To throw, it's Mack. Quickly out to the tight end. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. They go back to work in the final period of this one. From the gun, the running back has it. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that 1st down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these 3rd downs present themselves.
Good work on 4th down, and he's still going. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. The Golden Bears are flying down the field. He wants to change this route. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Sure hands, it's Lawson. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. And the Golden Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Mack. Here's the pressure. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Dead center perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Green. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened here.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Makes the catch. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The give on the inside. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Working the middle. And they make the striking connection, and they've got it down to the 13-yard line, a red zone chance. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Back to pass on 2nd down. It's complete to the right. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Touchdown, Tiger! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
And the extra point draws them closer. It's 31-24. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark. The Golden Bears line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Quickly complete. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You could punt the football away here on 4th down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge 4th down conversion late in this football game.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Holds and fires complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Trying to pick up a 1st down. To the air. It's Mack. He's got it. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off.